Cedar Park. Today is Monday, September 9th, and it's a B-Day. We are so excited to be back for another year of the Wolfcast.
We're kicking off this year with a big show, including more on the halftime show that almost didn't happen, and CP's nail-biting win over Vandy in double overtime.
Plus, learn about how English teachers are putting in the extra effort to make their portable classrooms feel like home.
And how to pay for college in an all-new scholarship of the week. Turn it up because the Wolfcast starts now. Good morning, Cedar Park, and welcome to the Wolfcast. I'm Kira Cox, and I'm joined by Reed Cummins and Lulu Lynch.
Most of you already know about our big football victory over Vandergrift, 49-46 this weekend.
What you may not know is what was going on behind the scenes of another Friday Night Lights staple, our marching band, who was almost unable to perform their halftime show for their first home game of the season.
Reporter Mia Morneau joins us now for more. Mia?
Thanks, Kira. Each time the band travels, their buses always are accompanied by a semi hauling much of their equipment known as Big Green. But on the way to Gupton Stadium Friday night, Big Green got a flat. I unpacked what happened next.
It just became pretty apparent when we got partway down the parking lot that something wasn't right. And so then we just checked it out and realized that we couldn't go any further.
This is Mike Prescott, and after realizing Big Green would no longer be capable of moving all the needed equipment, like him, many parents rallied together, made phone calls, and came together as a team of around 30 people to come back, all in the span of 20 minutes. These parents then unloaded the semi-truck into several pickups, box trucks, and a rental car borrowed from Leander High School. However, many band members and directors had no knowledge of the situation until later. Band director Miss Santos was told the news and did her best in keeping panic to a minimum.
Yeah, I did not know until I was almost here. I was passing under 183 when Mr. E called me. So I didn't tell the students until we got here. I just kept everybody on the bus, and I said, I'll explain everything, just keep everybody on the bus, which is unusual. Usually there's a large group of students that exits and helps unload Big Green. But we just kept them on the bus to keep them in the AC for a little bit, and so we could figure out who's going to go where in the stands and how we can best get the traffic flow moving.
The volunteers were able to bring most of the instruments, however not all equipment would be able to fit into every vehicle. This included the entirety of the front ensemble, which consists of the marimbas, synths, vibraphones, and the drum major podiums. Fortunately, the Vandergrift Vipers band was more than willing to help, and were able to lend their equipment over for the halftime show.
Well, I just talked to our band directors, and they were just glad to help, right? I think the community, the band community, helps each other out all the time. So we were even missing a ladder, and he had texted them about it. So I think that's kind of part of the band community, is that the band community supports each other, and that's what's great about the bands here in LISD.
Yeah, I think the rivalries are more what people assume or what people think, but a lot of the directors are actually really great friends and very close, and that kind of bleeds into the culture of the students and how the students treat each other from program to program. It's very supportive and very team-oriented, so I wouldn't really say that there's band rivals. It's more of like band teammates and other band families across the district.
Despite all the setbacks, the CPHS band was once again able to put on a phenomenal show as they march on to prepare for another state championship, showing that even when the going gets rough, with the help of a larger community, a common goal, and a few pickup trucks, anything is possible.
As of right now, the band program is currently working on getting Big Green fixed in time for their next performance, and would like to thank all of the volunteers who helped during this time of crisis. With CPHS News reporting for the Wolfcast, I'm Mia Morneau.
Thanks, Mia. It's so great to see the Leander ISD band community coming together to help each other.
As a new school year kicks off, a new school feature has recently been the talk of the town.
Whether convenient or not, the portables have impacted a variety of people, especially the English teachers.
Reporter Neha Khan has all the details. Neha?
Thanks, Kira. The English teachers have been busy preparing their portable classrooms to help their students feel welcome this new school year. Installed due to the renovations in the English department, the portables have been a popular conversation among students and teachers alike. Whether it's a decrease in parking spots, being able to collaborate more easily with other teachers, or worries about getting to class on time, the CPHS community all has their own opinion. Junior Sasha Rutledge describes challenges she faces while attending classes in the portables.
Probably getting from place to place and getting back in, like if you're trying to go to the restroom or something, like getting back in the buildings in time.
The English teachers have been working to make the adjustment easy for their students, whether it's adding personal touches to their classroom or making sure to voice any reminders to their students. Ms. Burke makes sure to make her classroom feel like home.
It's just trying to make it feel as much like the original classroom as possible, makes us, more relaxed. We do have some issues with like the hearing the bells and all of that, but we just make do. We just keep our eye on the clock and let the kids out when it's time.
Even though learning within English classes will continue in a new place, teachers are working with each of their students to ensure that everyone feels safe and appreciated, providing any help that they may need to make this new transition easier.
Once we got everything set up, we kind of felt better about it, tried to make it a little more comfortable for everyone. And then my AC is like a little like hit or miss, so that's been like the main thing. And then, the bathroom situation, but we've all been making it work, and otherwise it's been going really well.
With their efforts, the teachers continue to help the students thrive in their new environment. With CPHS News reporting for the Wolfcast, I'm Neha Khan.
Thank you, Neha.
Coming up, Gus Mountjoy is in the studio with this morning's headlines right after these announcements.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Good morning, Cedar Park. I'm Gus Mountjoy, and welcome to this morning's brief. First, a wildfire in California creates its own weather as it spreads. The fire, which started in the San Bernardino Mountains on Thursday evening, has begun to burn so intensely that it has created its own weather. It's been created through the form of pyrocumulus clouds, which create winds that push fire outwards and generate their own system of thunderstorms. Next, the Boeing Starliner returned to Earth, but the crew are still up aboard the International Space Station. The Starliner returned on Friday night empty, while the 2 test pilots are now likely stuck in the space station until 2025 due to NASA judging their return as too risky. And finally, the NFL finally kicked off on Thursday night and a plethora of games on Sunday. Week 1 of the NFL season has finally arrived with a close game on Thursday night between the Chiefs and Ravens, and almost every other team kicking off their season throughout Sunday. So, are you guys excited about football season?
I am. I love football. I love more like the events and like community gatherings that you can have. Like you can like just have watch parties. Like I watched UT, A&M, TCU. I just love watching.
Yeah, there's a lot more college football going on in my house at the moment.
Yeah, my family is not a big like NFL family. Like we're very college, very Texas Longhorns.
Yeah.
Like my mom's in the UK right now, and she was like FaceTiming like to watch the game. It was really fun.
Yeah, I would definitely say my household is more of like a college than NFL.
Yeah.
But if NFL is on, I'm gonna watch it.
Right.
Yeah.
So.
Well, thank you, Gus. Coming up, Reese Elizondo and Landon Reed with your first sports report of the year right after this break. Good morning, Cedar Park. Welcome back to the first Wolfcast Sports Report of the year. I'm Reese Elizondo.
And I'm Landon Reed. On Friday, for the first time since 2020, the Black Rain took down the Vipers.
In an exciting back-and-forth game, the Vipers scored first, but the Wolves matched every score. After last week's loss against Harker Heights in 5 overtimes, the team bounced back to win 49-46 in a double overtime thriller.
A touchdown pass from David Cooper to receiver Bowen Travis sealed the win for the team and sent the crowd into a frenzy.
We spoke to Coach Hugh after the game, and he couldn't be more proud of what his team put together.
I'm ecstatic. I mean, they deserve to win. The work that they're putting in the week during the week has been exceptional. Their attitudes have been great. They bend, they don't break. They deserve to win tonight.
The Black Rain will take on Huntsville this Friday at Gupton. Huntsville is a state-ranked 5A team, so it will be a real test for our team. Now let's go over to volleyball, who is getting ready to start their district play later this week.
After an impressive win against 6A team like Travis in 4 sets last Tuesday, the team had a break on Friday to help prepare for the start of district play, which will be later this week. But before then, they play tomorrow night against Georgetown at 6:30 at Georgetown High School. Good luck.
And congrats to junior captain Joy Adoye on accomplishing her 1,000th career kill last Tuesday.
Now it's time for our Canes Outfit of the Week. This week we have sophomore quarterback David Cooper. See what quarterback coach Tanner Wright has to say about David and his leadership on the football team as a sophomore.
So David, obviously he's a sophomore, young kid, but he's taken the role of quarterback very seriously. Obviously his peers seem to think so as well, voting him as captain as such a young player. But he's always trying to get better. He's always trying to push his teammates. He's gotten more vocal as far as pushing the tempo with everyone and just being that young voice of the offense, really commanding it.
Congrats, David. For updates on CPHS sports throughout the week, check out our X at CPHS_sports. With CPHS News, I'm Risa Elizondo.
And I'm Landon Reed. Now to an all-new scholarship of the week with Colton Alderman right after this break.
Good morning, Cedar Park. I'm Colton Alderman here with today's Scholarship of the Week. This week's Scholarship of the Week is the Texan Students National Rice Month Scholarship. National Rice Month has been celebrated for more than 300 years in the United States, and the majority of our rice is grown right here in our country. Students can earn $5,000 for celebrating National Rice Month this September. To apply for the scholarship, you must make a short 3 minutes or less video about U.S. rice, National Rice Month, or the importance of rice to you. You may then upload it to YouTube or Vimeo and submit the video. You may also encourage others to watch and vote for your video to win. Only 3 awards available. Entries are due October 31st, 2024. For more updates on scholarships, make sure to check out our Instagram at CPHS News. With CPHS News reporting for the Wolfcast, I'm Colton Alderman.
Thanks, Colton, and that's today's Wolfcast. Thank you for taking the time to join us during your day.
You can catch anything you missed and more on our X, YouTube, or TikTok at CPHS News.
Catch tomorrow's show for a look into the new Tardy guidelines and an all-new Pet of the Week. With CPHS News, I'm Lulu Lynch.
I'm Reed Cummins.
And I'm Kira Cox. For to make it a great day or not, the choice is yours. Have a magical Monday, Cedar